After the untimely demise of Boromir, Steward Prince of Gondor, Merry and Pippin are captured by the Uruk Hai. Boromir, who gave his life in an endeavour to save the hobbits after attempting to take the ring from Frodo, observed helplessly as Merry and Pippin were hauled away by the Uruks, who were following orders from Saruman to preserve the halflings. Deciding to not follow Frodo and Sam to Mordor, our favourite trio end up a few days behind the Uruk Hai.
We travel light. Let us hunt some orc.
So why, after mourning Boromir's death, placing him in an elven boat from Lothlorien, and sending him down the falls of Raudos, did the nimble Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli fall so far behind the Uruks, who were transporting heavy armour, as well as 2 hobbits? Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli did not have the time nor resources to build a memorial or to dig one into the dirt, so they gave him to the river Anduin. There it would be ensured that no evil creature dishonours his bones, and that he may return back to Gondor. After the imminent death of Boromir in Amon Hen, the trio had to decipher the origins of the orcs and uruks that had attacked the company. The uniforms of the enemy bore a white S. Since the letter was in white, not red, it was decided that the orc folk were under orders of Saruman and not Sauron, who would have used the red eye. After rationalizing that the orcs and uruks were from Isengard, the trio went through the supplies of the dead. Aragorn found the battle blades of the halflings, and Legolas refilled his empty bow quiver. Carrying Boromir's lifeless body to the eastern shore, they combed his long dark hair and sent the funeral boat on its way towards Raudos.
They will look for his coming from the White Tower, but he will not return.
Already we can see what a great use of time it was to give Boromir the funeral that he deserved. It was here that the gang examined what was left of the company's provisions, noticing that Frodo and Sam's bags were missing, as well as one of the boats. So they had a choice: follow Frodo and Sam across the Anduin River into Mordor, or to follow the orcs on foot. They had already lost precious hours in farewelling Boromir.
We will not abandon Merry and Pippin to torment and death. Not while we have strength left.
So the 3 hunters picked up the trail of the enemy, who took their friends captive. Orcs travel at great speed and do not tire easily, so the hunt would be a long chase. Now, if the Rohirrim didn't slaughter the Uruks, I don't believe the trio would have been successful in their mission of saving Merry and Pippin. The hobbits would have easily reached Isengard and been interrogated and most likely killed at the hands of Saruman. Keep in mind the Uruks were slaughtered here, and Isengard is just here. This wasn't because the Uruks were fitter and faster than the hunters. The reason they could not have and would not have caught up to the Uruks was because the Uruks would run through the day and night, whilst the hunters could only search for the creatures under the cover of the sun. After sunset, Aragorn could not trace the footsteps that the Uruks would leave behind, despite how heavy they were. Any attempt to do so could mean their missed following, so Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli would only run from sunrise to sunset.
A red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this night.
Luckily, the riders of Rohan slaughtered the Uruks and orcs, and the halflings safely escaped. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button to stay up to date with Lord of the Rings content. Hanonle for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Lord of the Rings Theory. Namari.
Embrace the power of the